We should thank the British for uniting India. After all, before the British Raj, India was full of bandits who called themselves kings, and then the Englishmen came and taught us the way of life. That's the explanation the British have for colonialism, and you'll be surprised that many Indians believe that this is true. Some days back, Saif Ali Khan said this.
People say that this is history and this is how it is. I don't think this is history. I don't think there was a concept of India till perhaps the British gave it one.
I was shocked. This has nothing to do with religion, and this is not a personal attack on Saif. But this has revealed an even bigger problem that maybe even you suffer from. Historic amnesia.
Historic amnesia is conveniently forgetting certain parts of history to justify your beliefs.
क्या फर्क पड़ता है? ब्रिटिश नहीं थे तो इंडिया कहाँ ग्रेट था? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? ब्रिटिश की वजह से अंग्रेजी तो आती है. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? It's been 70 years. Come on, now move on.
Saying that the British developed the concept of India is like saying that the earth was created 20 years ago.
No, your scale is wrong. Your measurement is flawed. And today, in the next 3 minutes, I want to prove it to you. British thought it should be.
Number 1. How to make a nation. It's simple. You just need 4 ingredients. A land that doesn't have another ruler, a government, the people, and recognition.
This is the Maurya Empire, this is the Mughal Empire, and this is the Maratha Empire. Just look at these maps. Can't you see today's India over here? ये जो 4 points हैं, ये जो parameters माने जाते हैं एक country के लिए, इसमें से कौन सा point नहीं था इंडिया के पास? They obviously had land, government, people. They traded with the outside world, went on wars, and charged taxes.
In fact, the Mauryas had introduced a common currency across their empire around 2,300 years ago.
India before the British was no different than medieval Europe with constantly changing borders.
Number 2. Your borders can change, but the nation remains, like Germany. Germany's map has changed drastically in the last century. Today's political map of Germany is only 30 years old, and yet the concept of Germany is hundreds of years old.
4th July 1776. It's America's Independence Day. But did you know how America looked in 1776? It was just 13 colonies in the east. This is America, and this is also America. Because borders are constantly changing, but a nation is not a place. It's not a border on a map. It's the common history, common glory, and common trauma that connects the people, and India has had a long history.
Number 3. Our culture is our earliest recording. Our universities, our temples, our monuments. How can you say that all of this is not Indian history? The Guardian, a British newspaper, has fact-checked these things.
Our earliest scriptures, Vedas, have defined Bharat as the land between Himalayas and the sea. Ramayana mentions Bharatvarsh, Mahabharata mentions Bharat. 200 million years ago, the Himalayas were formed because the Indian plate collided with Asia. The British weren't the saviors. They destroyed India part by part.
Before the British, every 1 out of 4 pieces of cloth made in the world came from India.
Before the British, India was far superior at making swords. So much so that after a battle, a British soldier would dismount from his horse and pick up our swords.
Before the British, we had our own industrial revolution. The only difference, it was sustainable. Shipmaking, handicraft, spices, and cotton. India had 25% of the world's wealth, but by the time they left, India had only 4% left.
The British soldiers who worked in India for the crown were not paid by the crown. They were paid by Indians. We were literally paying for the privilege of being conquered by the British. And even while going, they gave us a final blow. They started the Hindu-Muslim narrative. They appointed this guy, a person who has never been to India, to decide the most important line of India. All of our conflict today is because of how less the British cared. What can I say? Thank you. Shall. If you really want to be stingy and say that India should only be called as a political union after 1947, you are forgetting one major point. India was still a dominion till 1950, like a teenager who's allowed to take some minor decisions. India was still a soup of 550 princely states, and each kingdom had a choice not to be a part of India. It was the Iron Man, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who travelled all over India to convince all these kings to accept India as a sovereign nation. The British didn't do squat. If you don't believe in Vedas, Mahabharata, and all these empires, at least give credit to the man who actually formed India. Look, the British came to India to make profit, and that's what they did. This video is not made to tell you how cruel they were, because that's their history, their problem, and their conscience of how to deal with it.
But please, as an Indian, don't think that they have united us. Kingdoms have come and gone, but the concept of India has always been there.
I've been to Germany, and their attitude about their past is so refreshing. They are proud people, they accept that they've made mistakes and make sure that they are never repeated.
And that's the Kyoto historic amnesia, accepting that we have a long history and learning from it.
26 January. It's our Republic Day. On this day, we adopted our constitution in 1950. And this date is so important because in 1930 on this day, we as Indians made a public declaration of our independence. But like so many other things, people don't know that.
And that's why this video, we're doing our bit to share knowledge, so that tomorrow if a friend asks you what was India before the British, you have a definite answer.
A definite reason to love India. Because India was, is and forever will be much more than a colony. That's our mission. Will you help us in that? I'm glad that this video reached you. Help us reach one more person who would be proud to know all these facts. Tag your friends and share this video on your wall. Germany, Japan, Russia were built from ashes because they believed in the idea of a nation. They believed in a dream. Imagine if 1.3 billion people start believing in the dream called India. No challenge is impossible. क्योंकि एक एक करने से क्या फर्क पड़ता है, लेकिन एक एक के करने से बहुत फर्क पड़ता है और इन दोनों लाइंस में सिर्फ एक का फर्क है. And that's the reason why फर्क पड़ता है.